Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I am Nur Aina Salihah binti Muhammad and I will explain on experiment 5 of digital electronic physics, which is 7-segment display. The objective of this experiment is to convert binary coded decimal to numerical display. A brief introduction about this experiment. Firstly, 7-segment display used to display decimal numbers in digital system. Meanwhile, decoder is a code translator that translates 8421 BCD code to decimal. These two devices is used in this experiment. This experiment was run to see how information from binary coded decimal could be converted into numerical form by a 7-segment display, and also how it can control the LED lights to be switched on or switched off. This experiment was run online by using a simulation, and there were 3 types of circuit that was being evaluated in this experiment. Equipments and components. The equipments that we use in this experiment is live wire simulator, and the components is 74LS47 IC, common anode, 7-segment display, ground, 7 LED, 5-volt battery, 150 ohm resistors, 7 switch, and also wires. Practice and procedures. Firstly, the live wire simulation was opened and all components were set up on the blank page of the simulator as shown in the figure below. Next is the build-up of circuit 1. So the first circuit, firstly the anode and input pins of the 7-segment display has been identified, and then the anode of the 7-segment display was connected to a 5-volt battery, and the input pins were connected via 150 ohm resistor as shown in the picture beside. Next, for the second circuit, the logic symbol for the 74LS47 IC decoder has been studied, and each of the outputs, which were labeled A until G, were connected to LEDs, and also there were LT, BI, and RBI that had been arranged appropriately. The LEDs were activated when the inputs A, B, C, and D were controlled. Next, for the third circuit, the LEDs then will be replaced with a 7-segment display as shown in the figure beside. The simulation was run and all data from circuit 1, 2, and 3 were recorded. Results and analysis. Firstly, this is the result for first circuit. So as we can see, the output had been displayed in a decimal form, which is from 0 until 9, and there are 7 inputs for this circuit, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and if we switch on all the inputs, the output will display number 8. Next is the result for second circuit. So as we can see here, there are 4 inputs in this circuit, and the output still show in a binary code, which is in terms of 1 and 0. It doesn't show any numerical form or display in a decimal form. Next is the result of the third circuit. As you can see from the table here, the input is still in a 4-bit binary, but the output display in a decimal form because we use 7-segment display as it has been replaced with the LED lights. Now move on to the discussion. After done this experiment, I found that it is true that in binary, 0 represent off and 1 represent on respectively, which means in transistor of the circuit, 0 represents no electric flow and 1 represents electricity being allowed to flow. In this way, numbers are represented physically inside the computing device, permitting calculation. From the experiment, all inputs use common anode. Circuit 1 has 7 inputs, meanwhile circuit 2 and 3 have only 4 inputs as they use the 8421 BCD decoder. The binary in circuit 1 gave output only from value 1 to 9, but circuit 3, which is in 4-bit binary inputs of BCD decoder, actually can give the output from 0 up to 15. Even in the experiment, it only showed the value from 0 until 9. Moreover, referring from the result, only circuit that is connected with the 7-segment display will convert the binary coded number into decimal display. For example, in circuit 1 and circuit 3. However, in circuit 2, the binary coded still translate the output in form of 0 and 1, where the LED is turned off when the output is 0, and the LED is being turned on when the output is 1. To sum up, the binary coded decimal can be converted to numerical display. Based on the result above, the input is displayed in the binary coded decimal, which is 0 and 1, but all outputs were converted to the numerical display such as 0 until 9 by using 7-segment display. Moreover, the LED lights can also be turned on and turned off when being controlled from the recorder. Thus, the objective of this experiment had been determined. That's all from me. Thank you.